Stobela, or Stobelani, which is in the Rubombo region, Pasco Faneni. And today I wanted to share with you guys about a project that I did in August that I thought was successful, and I think some staff members will say that too. The project was a 3-day workshop that focused on health and financial literacy. And this project, first of all, it was successful for me because I didn't initiate the project. It was my counterpart that came to me around April. He came to me and told me he wanted to do a workshop for our teams, Young and Active. So Young and Active, my counterpart, who is one of the best counterparts, he knows about PISCO, he knows what PISCO stands for, what volunteers are supposed to do in the communities, what to expect from volunteers and whatnot. He worked with the G10 before, so I haven't had any issues with him. And when he came to me that he wanted to do a workshop on health with the youth, with the young girls, in these teams that he formed. So Young and Active is an organization, I want to say, for netball teams. He started it to keep girls active, to empower girls. Young and Active reaches out to girls ages 13 to 35, and it's basically netball teams. We started with one netball team, and now we have 11 netball teams in the community. In the Stobela constituency, which has 3 communities, Mamisa, Ngonjwa, and Mufanye. So with those 11 teams, he told me some girls were coming up to him saying they would like to learn more about HIV education. They want to learn more about the discrimination and the stigma that's affecting our community. And also I was concerned about the pregnancy rates. When I got to Stobela and did my assessment, the #1 issue was teenage pregnancy. They told me HIV was an issue, but the #1 right now is teenage pregnancy. So that was one of the reasons why my counterpart started Young and Active. And so he came to me, told me these ideas, wanted to do a workshop for those 11 teams. And I say, well, that's a lot of young girls that we reach at once. So instead, we minimized it and say we'll just do 160 girls for this workshop. And about a month later, 3 groups of women approached him, say they wanted to learn more about how they can improve their their income generating projects. What can they do? And they want to start maybe more businesses. What can they do? And we decided to combine that into one workshop. So we wrote down everything we needed to. When he told me that, I said, okay, let's jot down. Let's see what we're going to do. Who we need to reach out to. I didn't want to facilitate anything. I wanted everything to come from the community. So we reached out to the hospital, asked the nurses to facilitate, to World Vision. Also, he reached out to one of the banks, Swaziland Building Society, and PSI. Fast forward to August, we did the workshop. The first day was health, and we had 160 young girls, as what Swaziland defines as youth, 13 to 35. And then the 3 groups of women, we minimized that to 40. So we had about 200 people. We did health on the first day with facilitators from the hospital about HIV transmission and prevention and the stigma. Also, they talked about TB. They did nutrition. And I had volunteers, Anastasia did a presentation of a session about healthy and unhealthy relationships. Jamila also came and did condom demonstrations. And that was our first day. The second day was financial literacy with facilitators or representatives from Swaziland Building Society, as well as some representatives from the UNISWA to do motivational speaking. And then the third day, the biggest day, we had, I want to say, 300 people from the community because we were doing a netball tournament with those netball teams, as well as PSI was doing free HIV testing, and then the Swaziland Building Society was helping community members to open bank accounts. So what I learned from this, also I did a grant through this. That was the most stressful part, but everything else was done by the community. The team members the young and active girls were ushers. They're the ones who cooked. They're the ones who helped set up. My counterpart pretty much just helped me to buy stuff, to do the grant, and to just welcome the visitors. What I learned from this is don't initiate projects and have the community do the work. So the young and active girls were very, very empowered because all the work they did at the workshop, I didn't do much. I was just there like supervising. And what they learned from that, the women created business plans that the building society, the bank, worked through them, they helped them, and then a week later we went to the Nkundla and were able to get loans for them to start a business. And the young and active girls, one of the teams went to the community and did a workshop with other young girls in the community to educate them about HIV and the importance of physical fitness. So my advice, or what I wanted to share is don't initiate the project, don't initiate it, wait for the counterpart to come to you and divide up the responsibility. Let them do the work.